are back from the Silver Creek Studios for another episode of Get a Load of This. I'm Jared.
I'm Ryan.
Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. I might leave in a body bag, but never in cuffs. This is Joe.
Nice.
That was good.
You like that?
I'm working on that.
I just thought of it. I was like, I ain't said shit in a while.
I thought you were going to go off with I'm proud to be an American.
I can do that as well.
I know. That's
At
one of your
least
favorite.
I know I'm free.
It's one of your favorite tunes.
It is.
Yeah.
Lee Greenwood.
And all the other war profiteers that have made patriotic songs.
Yeah. Toby Keith, you owe some money.
Along those lines,
Yeah.
what do we got coming up?
Well,
it is
Yeah. Happy America Day.
America.
4th of July.
The 4th of July. Everybody's putting on their powder wigs, I take it.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna
Yeah.
go out doing some signing.
I'm powdering
That's
everything.
Yeah, I should too, man. This is
Chafing.
chafing. Yeah.
Gold Bond's making a fortune this year.
I'm starting to get athlete's foot on my belly. Fucking terrible. But before we get
Speaking
into that,
of athletes,
so I went and
last
seen
Friday
some
night,
athletes.
what'd you go do?
Jared is the king of segues.
He
tonight.
is. No shit. You ought to do a game show or
Killing
something. I went and seen Micro Wrestling Federation. And I will
Micro?
tell you, yeah, that's what they called them. They're midgets.
Midgets.
Full on.
All right.
And
We went there.
it was fantastic. These guys, first of all, foremost, this was not something that was derogatory to them at all. They were the stars. I mean,
Yeah.
people were there to see them. They
This
played
wasn't
into
exploitation in
no,
any way.
not at all.
They didn't put
And-
them in cages or some shit
no,
afterwards.
but I did. I feel bad. I'm going to tell you though. So when we got there, we didn't go right in, and we were just sitting there, and then you see a couple of them coming out. I go, look, that one's loose. My daughter, shut up. That is not good.
Not appropriate, Dad.
Yeah. And so and
So did they get him
were
back in
loose.
the cage?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But
they got a wrangler.
they can fight. They can do it. They're shit. There was this one. He was a black guy, and like 4'3". Got up on the top rope, did a handstand on the top rope, and then 7 push-ups in the
Wow.
handstand for me. Holy shit! I was like, that's a strong fucking guy. I get it. It's all proportional.
Yeah, he's
but
only lifting 70 pounds. Yeah.
he's like 100, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I think the heaviest one there was 160.
Damn.
He's
Was
a big boy.
Was he fat?
Yeah, he was pretty fat.
Okay.
The lightest one there was 80. And their champion, the one that was holding the title, he was like a John Cena. He'd do that can't see me shit and all that.
And the whole gimmick.
Yeah, but he was like 130. And he was probably the one that probably looked the strongest.
Does he get a belt?
Yeah, he had a fucking belt.
Is
Hell
it?
yeah.
Is it like?
It's a belt, dude.
Is it a normal size belt?
No, hell no. It's got to fit him.
Is it a midget-sized
I
belt?
don't know.
Is that what you're asking, Ryan?
I'm thinking? Yeah.
Is
I
it
mean,
a midget
I,
belt?
I really wish I could have gone to this thing.
Oh man, well, what I want to say, if I can say anything about this, if you ever have a chance to go see it, anybody that's listening to it, go. It was an all ages event. It was so fucking funny, but yet it was really cool. The athleticism was
Yeah.
amazing to me.
They sell beer, I imagine.
Oh yeah. And they fight everywhere. I mean, they were all over it, beating the shit out of each other with like chairs and I mean everything like wrestling is, which I'm not into wrestling, but
so
I
was
am
it
into,
like? Was it more? Was it like WWF? It was a lot of
Yes.
fake hits, a lot of stomping on the mat, and
yeah,
fake blows to the face.
Yeah,
and
but they really were hitting each other with metal chairs
yeah,
in their face.
yeah.
So how was the quality of it compared to, say, what was the thing we watched? The Bill Burr?
Yeah, rough and rowdy.
Rough and
Oh,
Rowdy.
it was much better
Much
fighting.
better than that?
Really?
Okay.
Much better. Well, yeah, they.
So
fought.
they didn't come out in
Actually.
like cut off blue jeans.
Oh yeah,
and-
they came out in stupid shit.
I mean, they have like wrestling spandex on and everything.
somewhat. I mean, the
Okay.
one guy came out and looked like Mario from Nintendo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he ended up winning the whole thing. They had a Royal Rumble at the end and throwing midgets over the top
So
rope.
do they wear the wrestling boots too? That go like halfway up there?
No, they
'Cause I
wear
imagine
like
those
these.
have to be all custom
No,
made.
Yeah, they wear like Asics tennis. They all had Asics tennis shoes on.
I wonder if they got a sponsorship deal.
I doubt it, but unless
Couldn't
you
quite
can-
get Jordans.
Yeah, unless the sponsorship is like Shoe Carnival, buy one get one half off. That would be their.
It might be Buster,
And I get that. So,
Buster Brown or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
but all their legs look fucked up. Like they were all wrapped up and they don't walk well and everything.
Well, yeah,
but
yeah.
we sat ringside and they come running by and they slap you with their little claw, and it
Their
was,
little
Yeah.
claw.
it was cool. And like I said, it was definitely a damn fine show. Started a little late, but we were out there by 10:30. It was good.
Anybody come out looking like Mini Me or
No,
what's the guy from
well,
Paradise
one dude
Island?
looked
or-
Vern
Oh.
Troyer, or yeah, tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah. No, one came out all dressed in like camo, and he had a name. I forget. It was stupid. And then another one. So then the other one came out like Mario. Then they had USA versus Mexico. It was Baby Jesus, and he was 3'8" or something against Mexico. And this dude came out and looked like a tiger with the full mask and everything on.
Like a luchadora.
Yeah. And Nacho Libre.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So did your daughter have a good time?
oh yeah, she had a blast. And then the championship fight was against the number one contender, which was that black guy, and then this other one, Flying Brian was his name. He was a douche. Now, they come out and they warm the crowd. He's all talking shit to the crowd. And he didn't even know where he was because he kept talking. He knew he was in Illinois, so he's like, "I'm better than the Blackhawks," and we're like, "Great,
Yeah. Probably.
I'm better than the Bears." And, okay, wonderful.
Do you know what part of the country you're in?
No idea. And it was good. They were funny. They tried.
How much were the tickets? Like $25?
$25 ringside.
Yeah, that's a deal, man.
I was having fun with my little one. I'm good.
Good.
I had a good time. And
Sounds
then,
like fun.
It was a blast. Definitely go if you get a chance. It's well worth it. It was fun. Oh, the fucking crowd. That was what I wanted to say. There was some guy there that I wish I knew. He was hilarious, and it's hard to get me to laugh,
Right. But you want to hang with that guy.
but he was so fun. So they brought out. There was a midget girl. There you go, and she was the referee, and they introduced her.
Even the referees are little people.
The people running the fucking merchandise
We're little people.
were little people. The only one that wasn't was the DJ, and I think he's the one that owns them all.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, they couldn't find a DJ booth that would.
yeah, we're out of boxes, so you can't stand on records anymore here.
Yeah.
So then she comes out. Well, the guy introduced her at 3'9". And this dude just out of nowhere, he goes, "She's a giant." The way he said it was hilarious. And then the first wrestler comes out and he goes, "And at 4'3", and the dude instantly goes, "That's not a midget." My daughter and I both, we were just rolling. This dude had us rolling
That's
all
funny.
night.
That's
So that's my my take on
That's
it.
good.
It was good.
Well, I told you guys that Big Brother was starting.
Yeah.
So they have a little person on Big Brother this year, and I don't know his name, but he's Latino, and so my wife, she missed like the first episode, but she had heard about it. She goes, "Is it true that there's a midget on Big Brother?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Actually, technically, he's how does it go? He's a bodybuilding professional dancer." Homosexual
okay.
midget.
Got to be clear here.
Wow.
This guy, think how many boxes he's checking, you know?
right.
I mean,
Well, I don't know where you check those. I get the homosexual might be a box.
Yeah, I
and,
don't know.
And the Latino.
but yeah, he says he's a professional dancer, he is ripped.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think it's easier for little people to get
No,
ripped like
hell
that?
no.
I mean, since they're dealing with, not because that they're lifting less weight when they do a push-up or a pull-up or something like that, just because the way that they're already pretty built, they're just
Right.
the way
Generally, they're
the way their
considered
bodies are put
stocky,
together.
thick.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just interesting.
No. I'm going to go out on a limb. No.
I'm going to say since you don't see a lot of ripped midgets, that it must be kind of hard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I
not.
mean, they're human, right?
Now, I think we need to be
guess.
clear here. Let's get into midget versus dwarf. What's the,
I don't know the difference.
one of them has proportionally smaller everything, and then
Yeah.
one of them is like the stubby fingers and hands. And
Well, the ones
Right.
that were running at the micro wrestling, those were definitely stubby fingers.
So yeah, would you be disqualified or ineligible if you were a dwarf?
I
you had
think they were just,
proportional
I think
hands
they
and
were
fingers?
just
little people.
Yeah,
period. The general term,
Hey, I
little
think
people.
there's a difference.
I think if you
Do they
look
all have Samsung S8 pluses that none of them could? I told you about that, right? The lady at the
You did.
yeah. I don't know why you'd pick that phone if you got little hands. I mean,
no, they
Like Joe said, you can run with it. Just embrace it.
Yeah, I'd be like us walking around with like a 42-inch TV. Like, hell yeah, I'm hitting the buttons. Oh, well, fuck.
We're probably going to hell.
Yeah.
Well,
That happened a
gotta
long
go
time
somewhere.
ago.
Yeah, after the last episode, I know I'm going to hell.
That
I
would
should
be all
apologize to you, Russ, but you know what? I don't have it in me. I apologize to your wife. How's that sound? But
He'll take it.
right. Mrs. Salzburg.
Yes, I apologize for any
Detrimental words that may have been spoken. Yeah.
Any defecation talk? That
right.
was,
That's
mentioned?
that's all intended for us, none for you.
Yeah.
Russ, you need to just change the name, boy.
Yeah.
That's it. It's out there. Get it done.
I'm sure he'll work on that. I'm sure he's going to get right to work on that.
Get it done.
Yeah.
Hit and run.
Anyway, yeah, so we are going to talk about our freedom. We're going to celebrate our freedom.
Celebrate our freedom. And that's something, Ryan knows this. I started thinking, everyone walks around at Christmas time and says, Happy Holidays, Happy Holidays. We should start saying, Enjoy your freedom on 4th of July. Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Good to see you. Enjoy your freedom.
He's been doing it for about 7 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
You ever get any back talk?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Any lip?
Yeah. What do you mean we're free? Oh, yeah, because if we weren't, I could have shot you right now, you fucking asshole.
I could have shit on your leg.
Yeah. Yeah. I could have just struck your child.
Yeah, but what do you see? You just say, hey, happy 4th, happy Independence Day.
Enjoy your freedom.
Enjoy your freedom is probably the right thing to say,
Yeah.
I
don't
know.
think it's inappropriate to say,
shouldn't
but I
be.
could see why somebody might think you're being sassy.
Especially in today's, universe, right? In
Make
today's,
America great again.
Yeah.
So I'm telling all of our listeners, Wednesday, enjoy your freedom.
That's when this will come out, too.
Yes, that's when you'll get to hear it on the
Wednesday night. Maybe we'll do it a little earlier in honor of Independence Day. We'll get it out there for.
Yeah, you can listen to it while you're shooting off fireworks and barbecuing.
right.
Shooting them at people.
Right. At your children. Keep them on their toes,
Yeah, well, yeah. Thin the herd. That goes back to what we talked about earlier.
Dodge a Roman candle,
right.
you can dodge a ball.
Yeah.
So, you guys doing anything for the 4th? You going to watch any big fireworks display?
So we usually do go down to Valmeyer, and they have that Midsummer Classic or whatever baseball tournament. That I don't think we're doing that this year. I don't know. I'm still everything on the 4th of July for us is always like last minute.
Yeah.
Throw shit together. The only thing I do know is that we're going over to a friend's house that we've gone to in the past, and it'll be a good time. He's got a little bit more land than I do, so I had the cops called on me a couple years ago. It's illegal for our listeners to shoot off fireworks where we live, and
You see, California, 0 tolerance. They are not allowing any. You get caught with so much as a punk running around, your ass is going to hell.
you're getting put in a detention center.
You're not even going to that. You're going. They're
Separate
digging a
you
hole
from your
and
kids.
throwing you into magma.
Yeah. Yeah. So the cops got called on me, and in hindsight, I bought some ignorant shit. I mean, I dropped probably more money that year than I ever had. It was probably a few $100s, which isn't a lot of people do a lot more than that.
Oh yeah.
But but I bought big things, and I don't know how many grams and all that stuff. I don't know enough about fireworks, but they were cool. But some of it wasn't going up quite far enough.
Yeah.
And the people behind me are kind of up on a hill. So in reality, some of that shit was blowing up right by their bedroom window.
Yeah.
So I don't really blame them for calling the cops on me. But then
Plus he ran that shit way past. We should be done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was a little dark.
I got a bag here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We got more. Yeah. It's whatever. But the cops were cool when they came, and it was kind of funny. I saw the flashlight. I saw the spotlight from the car shining towards the back, and we were done. And I had already put the
This
table.
wasn't at your house, was it?
Yeah.
You said a hill. There's no hill.
There's a little hill. Those houses behind me are up on just a slight slope,
You're right?
right?
Well, geez, it must not have been going high at all. If it was blowing
they
up by their
weren't.
windows.
They weren't, and they were just going just that high, and it was crazy. And so the spotlight I see, and I'm like, oh shit, but everything's put away. And I'm like, hey, everybody get inside, you know. So, and there wasn't that many people, but everybody went inside, and I hear a knock on my fence. And I'm like, yeah, come on in. And I, you know, kick back in the lawn chair, relax, like, no big deal. You know, he's like, hey, man, were you shooting off some fireworks? I said, yeah, I was a little earlier. And he goes, yeah, we had some complaints. You know, I just got to come by and have a conversation with you. He goes, you know, you're done, no big deal. And he goes, but yeah, you know, just try to keep it down. And as we're having this conversation, like 3 houses down in all directions, the sky's on fire. And I'm like, what?
You see the rising of the phoenix over there?
I'm like, why are you here talking to me? Look around, man. He goes, well, nobody complained about them.
Right.
And I'm like, well, this is bullshit. So pretty much that was the end of my my fireworks celebrations. So now I go out where there's a little more land, and we'll blow some shit up out there and have a good time.
So you're not going to do a big community-wide, like we got a couple towns around us that do the huge, you know, festival-type fireworks that are on par with, you know,
oh, yeah, they're
St.
good.
Louis.
Well, I say last year we did Columbia. You usually do the Valmeyer one, and Valmeyer has a really good fireworks show.
Can't get home, though. Can't
no,
get out of there.
I never have a problem getting out of there. Yeah, I mean, it's all about where you park, I think. If you park in the wrong spot, you can easily get hemmed up in traffic down there. But there's a lot of places where you can pretty safely get in and out. Kind of. There's only maybe been 1 or 2 times where I've had a slightly tough time, but it's a hell of a lot better than going to Webster Groves or Fair St. Louis or any of those bigger ones over across the river.
Yeah.
Columbia sucked getting out of, and everybody in that town's an asshole.
Yeah. Where's theirs at?
And that, what's the name of that big park? I can't remember the name of the park. I want to say Borer Park, but it's not it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of it either.
Yeah, but it has a big soccer field, and they have a big open grassy area where everybody just chills. And,
Over by Red Roof?
No, other side of the highway.
Oh.
And it's nice. I mean, they do a really good show, but they got booths and you can buy, you know, crap or whatever. But really, it's just sitting around in a soccer field on a blanket for a few hours waiting for it to get dark. So, you know, we brought some sandwiches and hung out and threw a frisbee around and, you know, did that kind of thing.
So a buddy of mine lives in the middle of town in Columbia, and but he happens to live on the street where there's no houses behind them. So there's this big open field. There's some trees off in the distance, but they're far enough away that you can see, you know, well over them. And their backyard is the perfect view of the fireworks show.
Yeah.
And so I don't think we're doing it this year, but every year we would go over there, barbecue, you know, you're playing bags and hanging out, drinking, whatever, just waiting for the sun to go down.
Right.
And then when it starts, we all just sit in the backyard and
That's
watch
awesome.
it. Perfect view, and it's awesome.
Don't piss that guy off. That's a good guy to have around. You know, I wish I had that kind of venue, but no such luck.
I ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
It's a Wednesday. Fuck, I can't
everybody's
even
gotta work the next day.
I might have to work that day. Who knows?
So last year, my brother-in-law had a new drone that he flew up in the middle of the Columbia fireworks display. And got some amazing shots of in the middle of, above the fireworks, all kinds of cool angles of just.
I remember seeing
it was incredible.
That. I think I remember seeing him post that, or maybe you share or your wife shared.
That's pretty risky because that could blast your
$1,200.
Yeah, at least down out of the sky. But he risked it.
That's cool though.
It was cool.
I love fireworks. I really do. I love blowing shit up. You know, we talked about jokingly. I think you said, "What's your favorite firework?" But I literally have a favorite firework. It's called Saturn Missile.
Oh, I've heard of that.
And and they got little bitty ones. They're like a 12 shot or maybe a 16 shot, and they're about that big around their box, and they just have little whistling bottle rockets jammed in them, basically with no stick, and you light it and you know they bang and all that stuff, and it's my favorite. And then they sell a big sumbitch, and I don't know how many shots it is, but it's like
whistling bungle.
Well, I think they have like one that's like the size of an album, the footprint of an album. But then they go even bigger than that, and they'll have them like, you know, an 8-foot long one that you light it, and it just goes on for a day and a half.
We need to be clear to our younger listeners what an album is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely, by far, hands down, my favorite one. Last time I lit one in my backyard, though, it put 3 holes in my fence. So, yeah, it's bad news. I mean, they come out with some velocity.
You like that low-flying shit.
Well, they're supposed to go up, you know. I don't know. Yeah. Really like the.
But he buys he gets a better deal on stuff that was wet from last year. What do you mean? It was wet last year. I don't care.
It dried out now. Got a dehumidifier.
So we have a coach, a football coach. I think he coaches some other stuff too at our high school, who has a some kind of disfigured hand. Do you know who I'm referring to? Anyway, he's missing a finger or two.
Really?
Now, I'm not exactly sure why. My son has had him as a coach, and he's never asked why. I think he gets other kids do, and they get a different answer every time as to what happens, so nobody really knows.
Right.
But he's
left it in your mom.
It is. But he tweeted out a picture of his hand the other day, and he was like, "Just your annual friendly reminder to be careful while playing with fireworks." And he's missing a couple fingers off his hand. It's like, I don't know if that's what happened or not.
Right. Well, that's what happened to the guy I was talking about. The guy I work with. He was.
Yeah.
I thought it was some great war story.
JPP.
Yeah.
That's right. Pierre-Paul.
John Pierre-Paul. Or Jason Pierre-Paul, the Giant. Now he's a Tampa Bay
football
Buccaneer.
player
Football player. Blew his
hand up
Oh,
playing
no
with fireworks.
Blew a finger off. 2 fingers off.
He played the next season with a big wrapped up.
Wrapped up. He plays now with like a club on his hand. He's defensive end.
Well, you don't really need, you're not going to hold.
Not gonna hold. Can't call him on hold. Well, he's a defensive end, so he needs a hold.
Yeah, you just hold your hand up to the ref every time. Are you kidding me? Look at this. I'm not holding.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? You going to barbecue, Joe?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Float
I
in the
might
pool,
barbecue.
Watch the neighbors blow up shit. Watch the cops get called.
Yeah, I barbecued Saturday a whole bunch, and like I'm still eating on it. And,
Yeah, we are too.
And so I don't know. I might just do nothing.
Yeah.
It's a Wednesday. It's kind of stupid.
Just enjoy your freedom.
Do
Enjoy my
you
freedom.
get Wednesday off?
I should. I mean, I'll get paid for the day, but we're kind of busy,
Yeah.
and we got a guy out this week, so I'm sure if I said, "Hey, man, you want me to come in for about 4 hours?"
Yeah.
he would let me, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
think I just want to lay around. No, probably just the dogs will be freaking out.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
fucking whole
that's
thing.
how-
You need to get Thunder shirts for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thunder buddies.
Thunder buddies.
Our
yeah.
dog freaks out too. I was talking to somebody the other day that was saying their dog doesn't freak out at all. Just enjoys thunder, lightning, fireworks. Like,
my dog
looks out the window at what's
nuts.
going on. Oh,
yeah, mine will be a damn. So I don't even know if it's that way. Then I won't even want to be in the house.
Right.
So I'll just be outside.
Yeah.
I guess half-ass watching it. But if not, I'll probably just.
But you go down to, we talked about this a little bit before we hit go, that in St. Louis, the Arch has gone through a whole redesign. And
it's not an arch anymore. It's
Yeah, it's a pyramid.
It's an obelisk.
Yeah.
No, I'd love to go down there. I will not go down there this week.
No.
I don't like people, and especially the people that are probably going to be down there. I mean, maybe it'll be better because I think that they worked on the flow of things down
sure
there.
that was
There's
part
more
of it.
walkways and that. But
I need to get a beer.
But it will be
Go
here.
ahead.
But
We got this.
Thank you.
but only for a minute. But yeah, the I remember going down there before or anything, and it was just the walkways were jam packed with sweaty people, and everybody's rude. Everybody thinks that it's their sidewalk, and I can't deal with that. It's like Christmas shopping in July with sweaty people. Fuck that. I'm not doing it. So yeah, I'll wait until I'll watch some fireworks in the woods, and then I'll go down there whenever the hoopla dies down. I'll check out the new Arch grounds.
Back in the day, the downtown Arch grounds for the 4th of July was called the VP Fair, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's Fair St. Louis,
Fair
I
St.
guess.
Louis. I think they still do the Veiled Prophet Parade.
Veiled Prophet, right? So what's the history behind that? Do either of you know?
I don't know. I looked it up a while back. I can't remember what
It's
it
a
was.
little
though.
bit sketchy, right?
Yeah,
A
it's
little
like
shady.
from, I think it goes back to like the 1800s where they
right.
had this veiled prophet that was I think it was a Catholic thing or something, or some religion,
Right.
where they would I guess deem someone the veiled prophet for the year and have a parade. It was kind of, I guess, something like a Mardi Gras type of thing or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's Nelly every year now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where they like that organization or whatever it is does a lot of good things for the city and the culture around, but behind the scenes there's all these question marks of like, are they doing shady business?
Right.
Are they
They're
Probably
really
worse than that.
a Wiccan organization or like a, something like that.
I mean, like the Masons or something, where nobody really knows what goes on, but we're pretty sure it's shady.
I can tell you about the Masons.
Yeah.
Masons are good. Good people. There's nothing shady going on.
There's nothing shady at all. I think there might be.
No, there's not. No, I mean,
I'm talking about the Freemasons.
Freemasons, yeah. Freemasons, the Shriners, and they're good folks. Nothing shady.
Nothing at all.
I grew up in that.
My grandpa was a Freemason.
Was he shady?
No, he's a good guy.
Well, there you go. See,
but there's all this secrecy shit. They don't want to tell you what's going on. You got to leave their meeting before it starts.
Well, using that logic, then every fraternity at every college would be just as evil because they all have secret handshakes and rituals.
I'm telling you.
No, they're all just. It's all just.
You ask those people going in getting hazed and told they have to like.
No, it's all promoting brotherhood.
Proctology of camel. I got this camel here. Check his ass.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up
deeper.
I grew up in D. Malay, which is a youth group that's affiliated with the Master Masons and the Shrine and the Scottish Rite, and my wife was in Job's Daughters, which is the female equivalent to D. Malay, and they're just youth groups that are affiliated with the Masonic organizations, and I actually am. Technically, I think I'm a first-degree Master Mason. I never finished. Which
so what color
nothing.
belt is that?
That's nothing. That means they talked to me, and I never came back. I never returned the degree. So I am as I'm probably not even. They probably forgot about me. I'm sure they have.
He owns like 6 streets in Scotland.
Yeah, that comes with it. Yeah, everybody gets that. No, but they're all good. I mean, that you look at what the Shrine does.
You can say they're all good when nobody knows what goes on.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're all good.
Yeah, well,
Tom Brady's part of
If you want to join, they'll let you. They're hurting for membership lately.
Yeah, I bet
think.
they are. It must be hard to keep any organization like that going nowadays.
All these organizations are struggling because, especially I think the youth ones, because there's so many options for kids. But even adults are so damn busy with doing other shit that they struggle to keep. I mean, you go with the Elks or the American Legion, Optimist Club. All these organizations are struggling for membership. And
now I can tell you, every couple of months there's an Optimist Club meeting on our street, and they're not hurting for members because there's fucking cars everywhere.
Really?
Oh my God!
You sure that ain't Bunko?
It might be. Jesus Christ! It feels like half the town comes out.
Oh, that's the Lions.
Or maybe
it's the Lions that meet up at JVs.
I think you're right. Or maybe it's our fans, and they're trying to figure out the night that we record.
What night? Where in the hell is that some bitch at?
I swore they were going to be here tonight.
Look, there's a bag of McDonald's. Oh, he's got to be close. Yeah, son of a bitch. I've thought about joining some of them, like the Optimists or something.
Let's start our own. We can create our own ritual and
the Pessimist Club. Let's call it that.
See, I don't know if I want to do that. Because you
qualify.
I am.
You could do Al Bundy's group. That no, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, I told my dad. I said we should start our own car club.
Yeah.
And I would do that but I would want like-minded people in it. Like I have an Oldsmobile, and the Oldsmobile clubs always want me to join. I don't want to join with these people. They're just not my kind of people.
They're fine people, but
people.
Yeah, right.
Just not my kind of people.
Right.
You people hear me. Could you imagine there's 35 of me around? So fucking, I
think I'm with you. The car club that I want to join, I don't think it would matter what kind of car they had. I wouldn't want it to be car specific. I want them to like cars
right,
and be passionate about it and just want to have a good time.
A good time.
And I don't want.
It's hard to have a club like that because the people who are in a particular brand or model club or whatever really look down on the people who. Oh, it doesn't care. We don't care what kind of car you drive. You're welcome here.
Well, yeah. I mean, but see, I wouldn't.
It's like the Harley,
Yeah, your father-in-law's in a club, isn't he?
He is. They're in a Z club, Datsun Z, Nissan Z, which is cool. But and they welcome other cars. I think
they'd welcome us.
No, probably not. With your
A bodies.
No,
GMA bodies aren't.
I don't think so. You're not
kind of the antithesis of the Datsun Z car.
Exactly.
Yeah. What you guys were doing? They weren't even thinking about.
No.
But and that's I agree. I would like to have something like that, a cool car club with just cool guys and not even so much just talk about cars or not, but then you take that organization and you turn that into doing community projects, cleaning up parks or something. I don't know.
Right.
It make yourself feel good that you spend a couple of hours doing something, or going around and helping elderlies with their yards or something. It's just something.
Right.
I don't know. I know this sounds weird coming from me, but it's something I would like to do. But I don't want to join, like the optimists do shit like that.
Yeah.
But then you're an optimist.
Well, but I think all those clubs, they have some philanthropic mission, right? They have some mission where
most car clubs don't.
Well, no, car clubs don't, but I think most of the optimist elks, whatever, they do. I was talking, kind of changed the subject, but made me think about it. I was talking to a guy that does, he delivers groceries. I forget the name of the website.
Meals on Wheels?
No, it's an app. It's like Uber for groceries.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. But see, that's all going to be gone too, because Walmart's taking that shit over. They're gonna. They've already got it to where they're. They already. All you got to do is fucking click.
Right, but he's the guy that you go click.
At least right now they go through like a third party.
Right. He gets the message and says, "All right, hey, you want to do this?" And then he has to go to the store, and they pick precisely. I want a 12-pack of Coca-Cola. 0 sugar.
You can say it. Bud Light.
Or Bud Light or whatever, and then he has to get the exact. Exactly. Yeah. He's like, well, I don't want. They need the heavy flow ones. I don't. Not none of this petite shit.
So then, I need a box of condoms. They've got to be Magnums. Have to be. What are you, a water balloon in it?
So he goes.
Tying a knot.
So he goes and buys all this stuff and then delivers it. And he gets paid a tip and he gets a premium through the company that he works for. And man, I wish I remember the name of it. But I was thinking, like, I don't know that a lot of people should do that. I think it's probably another sign of the apocalypse, of the downfall of society, that we are too sheltered that we can't even get out of our house to go grocery shopping.
Right. Yeah.
But there are a lot of people, whether they're elderly or, have social anxiety disorder or some shit like that,
I don't know. You were just saying you hate being around people, a bunch of sweaty people
go to the
in July.
Grocery store though, but
okay.
Well, but I'm thinking there's people that need it. There's a real need for it.
I think there's a need for it. I agree with you on that.
I can tell you, my mother-in-law, my wife's mother, currently participates in that. She, for about the last, 6 months, has had somebody deliver her groceries, and she's not antisocial or anything, but doesn't really enjoy going to the grocery store, which, there's probably a lot of people that do that.
Right.
But whatever the fee is, there's a fee for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
and then you tip them if they did good or whatever. Right. But to her, it's totally worth it. I don't have to go sit there and find everything. I'm
in those fucking places.
Push a heavy cart around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where that shit makes perfect sense? If you lived up on a mountain in Montana.
Yeah.
Right. There might be a slight upcharge for delivery.
Right.
There,
and I'd say, yep.
Yeah, bring it to me.
I need a month's supply up here. But if you're 10 minutes from the fucking fun park, just get in and go.
I'll tell you, every time, and this is because I don't go often enough, to her credit, my wife does most of the grocery shopping in this household. But anytime I go for something, inevitably, I end up calling or texting her, where's the peanut butter? I don't know what aisle. Where do they keep the blah, blah, blah?
Right.
And she always has to tell me. And of course, it's always in some stupid spot that you wouldn't think. Like,
I don't know where the peanut butter is.
Those crackers aren't with the other crackers. They're over on this aisle.
Where is the peanut butter? You would think it'd be with the jelly, I would imagine.
Well, yeah, but see, like...
But then again, it could be with the bread.
Like at Schnucks, though.
Yeah.
Could be with the syrup.
Because the aisles are goofy. The aisles there are goofy. So then it's almost like you got to go around the corner. And it's a continuation of
what would you put the peanut butter?
I would put it with the jelly. Yeah, but then where does that go? Is that with the desserts, or is that with the snacks? Is it with
I just finished a meal. I need about 8 ladles of jelly.
Where's the peanut butter and jelly go? Where do you put it? I'm trying to think of what.
Put it with the canned foods.
I used to be with the bread.
No,
I mean, how hard is that?
But it's not.
So that means
shit that goes together goes.
In Hitler's world here, sandwiches. You want a sandwich, bread?
What else are you putting peanut butter and jelly on?
I don't know. Bagels, you can put it on nothing. I ain't putting peanut butter and jelly on anything because I'm not 8.
Well, I haven't had peanut butter. I would like one, though. That sounds really good. The only thing I eat peanut butter with is apples. I dip an apple in peanut butter. I like that. So then you should put a few jars next to the apples. I think that makes sense. If I had a grocery
you're just
store,
getting confusing about what do you eat with. Right. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
so then are you saying that some pervert should put the peanut butter next to the dog food? Well, I mean, I need that, and he needs that. And
That's exactly what I'm saying.
yeah, no. We have fucking peanut butter strode all over this goddamn
What
place.
pisses me off is when there's a chip aisle and then 3 aisles over and, a hole at the end
That's
cap
where
on
the
the other
bugles
side of the
are.
store is where this,
That's where the bugles are.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where the damn bugles are. Next to the straws. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This is ridiculous.
we got these on sale, but you're never going to see them because they're not in the chip aisle. They're all the way over by the cottage cheese or whatever.
right.
It's like, stop fucking around with it and just leave it all in the same place.
Here, if it's on sale, they got. I can't. This was America.
Yeah,
and,
we're supposed.
and now we're on fucking chips. But this is what you get when you get us. If it's on sale, like chips and Fritos and shit, like Frito-Lay, they've got it up. They've got it. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, they got it right. Hell, they'll even make stacks of like
Oh yeah, make it out of into a tank or something like that.
something.
I knew a guy that did that shit. He worked for the distributor. Well, he worked for the AB distributor, and he would
Grey
make
Eagle?
it up. Yeah, well, I don't know if it was Grey Eagle, but one of them. Yeah, maybe it was in Illinois. What's the other one over here called? Fritz or something like that. Anyway, maybe it was Grey Eagle. But yeah, he would go into these stores and stack up cases of Bud Light and Budweiser in the shape of a tank, and it'd be like American flag.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing, man. And I'm like, I wonder, like, do they give them schematics? Like, all right, you're gonna do 12 rows of Bud Light on the bottom.
Schematics, and then they actually had to go and watch a guy build it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I want that.
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
So
Hell
have you
yeah.
seen the one that's in
Man,
our
knock it down
Schnucks
and
right
drink
now?
it all.
The
No.
big, I guess it's Budweiser. There's a big display, huge, it's like 10 feet tall,
It's an eagle.
of a soldier saluting.
Oh, even better.
But in the
Shit.
background, it's a
Going
big
tomorrow.
flag. It's an American flag. And then in the front, so I think they used, for the red, white, and blue, it was Budweiser and Bud Light, and for the flag, and
Yeah,
then the
yeah.
soldier is like Bud Select, and they got it all stacked because it's like a black
Yeah.
outline of a soldier saluting. It looks
Is that racist? I don't know.
now, except my sister was standing there with me, and she's like, "What is that supposed to be?" And I'm like, "Are you serious?"
That is
Yeah.
a
She's like,
fucking
"I have no
America.
idea." And
Nah,
so
she's a
I
communist.
saluted, and she's like, "Oh, okay, I see it now." So it's one of those things you might not see it, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Not cloud formations.
Right. No, that's cool. And,
a
now
giraffe.
that I think you're right, there has to be someone that's drawing up their schematic or whatever. That's probably a pretty cool job too.
Yeah, I want that job.
That comes up with that whole thing,
Sure.
Yeah. They had a competition. Our other neighbor on the other side of me does something with this too, with the architecture firm, where they do a food drive.
Oh, yeah,
And they
yeah,
make
yeah. Oh,
and they
yeah.
make shit out of canned goods and non-perishable items, and they make these elaborate structures.
out
they'll-
of canned food,
out of-
and
yeah.
then they just donate it all.
and everything
to
gets donated. So they'll make like a replica of Busch Stadium out of
Oh,
canned
that's awesome.
goods, and then they donate it all. It's really cool.
you. And they just turn the lights out at the end, and they just kick the doors open, and just homeless people come in, and I'll take the car.
Yeah.
And,
Everybody gets a wheelbarrow. Yeah.
Isn't that awful?
Yeah. But it's America. We can say
Yeah,
anything
we
we
say
want
what
to.
we want.
Damn it.
There's a scene. I'm going to bring it up because I think it's hilarious. There's a scene in Family Guy, and Peter and Lois's dad are together, and they're like, "We're bored." He goes, "You want to go adopt a kid and then not take it?" And then it cuts to the scene, and they're sitting in the car.
I've seen that.
And the kid's kicking at the door. He's like, let me in, let me in. He goes, you're going to have to want it more than that. We got puppies and bikes in here. Come on, kid. Don't you want it? And then they just drive
Oh,
off.
that's awful.
And that's not
funny.
mine. That's theirs. So
Yeah, you can blame
Call
Seth.
them.
What's his name?
Seth MacFarlane.
MacFarlane. Yeah, blame his.
Call
ass.
that genius.
Yeah.
Dude, I see it. I seen it like 2 weeks ago. I knew it was that episode. And I turned it and I was like, oh my God, I got to watch it
Yeah.
this long.
That's good stuff.
It is.
Oh yeah. Well,
We're right there.
We
We're
are
there.
right there, and
Well, we probably bored you all enough with this,
Yeah.
but you know what? We love America. You should too. No matter what people say, this is the greatest country in the world.
We should
by far.
we should spread your message. So we started saying, what have you been saying for the last several years when you greet someone
enjoy
on
your freedom.
on the 4th of July? You say, don't say Happy 4th or Happy Independence Day, or you can say that, but add
Enjoy your
Enjoy
freedom.
enjoy your freedom. But you've got some shit about it, huh?
or
well,
you could say
little bit.
fuck the Cubs.
Right.
You know.
Could say fuck
I'm
the
gonna
Cubs
say
too,
both.
but I
Yeah.
because that's how I feel. That's our day that we got our independence,
Mhm.
and we've kept it. It's ours. We are who we are because of what we were,
You know, there's a whole,
Good or
there's like
bad.
half the country out there that's going like, yeah, for now.
Whatever. But
So
tomorrow you're going to get to go and
yeah.
bitch and piss and moan just like
Yeah.
you are today. And that's because, you know, we got our fighters over there taking care of us, and we got people
A buddy of mine
looking out for us.
Mm-hmm.
where I work, he sits right next to me. Good friend of mine. He's here temporarily from England, and so of course,
So you got a good buddy from England?
yeah, he's.
Wow.
I've only known him a couple of years, but he's a great guy.
Can you explain cricket to me?
He actually can, and it sounds pretty awesome. I want to watch it. He
Yeah, me
explains
too.
it to me all the time. But so we of course give him shit every 4th of July, like
This ain't for you.
fuck
See you
you,
at work
British
tomorrow.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
How do you
See you at
feel
work
now?
tomorrow.
What's up, loser?
Yeah. Oh, you're also working Thanksgiving too. Don't fuck with it. You can have Boxing Day if you want it.
It's cool, man. My office, even though the building's been sold and things have gone in a bit of disrepair, like the lawn's not getting mowed. We used to have flowers. They're not planting. I think they fired the landscapers. I'm not sure. But they still put all the flags up all around. Like
Okay.
every 4th of July,
Yeah.
every year that I've been there, 7 years, they line the whole driveway into the parking lot. Not the whole parking lot, but a big part of it with, I'd say every 6 foot, there's an American flag. You know, they're not huge,
Yeah.
but it's cool.
Yeah.
And so
Dwight Schrute works at your office.
yeah. Well, this morning, whenever I drove in, I was like, "Oh yeah, it's 4th of July. It's that week, you know, and it's neat." And then I walk out in the afternoon. I'm like, "Yeah, America,
America.
It makes you feel good."
You know, another thing that I like to say about that too is, I always think about it at the Olympics. Our flag is awesome.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful flag to represent our country.
Yeah, it's well done.
I really like it. It's very. I like the colors. I like the way it's styled, and
There's good meaning
beats-
too.
good meaning. too.
Symbolic. Yep.
I just, I think other people really dropped the ball.
Well, yeah. Look at Japan.
Yeah.
Just got a fucking dot.
Dot.
Yeah,
Next episode, we're gonna do Sweet 16 of flags.
flags.
Oh,
I think
Dr. Sheldon.
I think Sheldon Cooper did that.
Dr. Sheldon Cooper,
Nice.
Cooper presents fun with flags.
Although I would enjoy it. That
Yeah.
conversation, I think I would like, but I think
I would not.
I don't think our fans. Are you fucking kidding me? Do a
No,
fun
Talking
with
about
flags?
flags.
I'll
I'm
tell you
waving
what.
the white flag. Let me out.
Yeah.
As a kid, growing up, my grandparents had this encyclopedia set, you know,
Yeah.
and my favorite thing
Was
to
looking at
do
all
with
the
that
flags.
set was to grab the F encyclopedia and look at all the flags, and
I'm
they were
with
in
you.
full color and multi-page. It was great.
Yeah.
There's something about it. And, you know, of course, as a little
I was
kid,
the
you don't
same
know
way.
what most of these countries even are,
Right.
much less what their flag looks like.
Where's
It was
Latvia?
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do that with the H one for herpes.
Yeah. There's the
And-
different simplexes.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's what genitalia looks like. That is. Oh my.
Ma, do you know there's a Simplex 78?
Look at this. Look
You
at
can
this.
only get it on your pinky toe.
Is this what happens when you grow up? God, I don't want this.
I'm
That's
ending
wh-
it now.
Yeah, that's why that's why I started tucking.
On that note,
Well, before we go, if you would like to give us any feedback, feel free to drop us a line on social media at Load This Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Send us an email, loadthispodcast@gmail.com. We got to remember to do this shit at the beginning
yeah, I
of the
know.
damn
We
thing,
always
too.
forget.
Check us out on...
Well, I had a fucking dynamite drop in at the beginning.
You did. You
Blew you
derailed
off.
me, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I
Caught us off
lost
guard.
my whole train of thought. Yeah, but YouTube, get
a load of this
podcast on YouTube, and check us out on the iTunes app. Make sure you rate us and share us and comment and
Give us a like.
blow us up, and whatever you do, make sure you're clicking on the right "Get a Load of This Podcast" until we get this other squatter off of our name.
Yeah, he's done soon enough.
Yeah,
It's
we're
coming.
working on getting rid of him. So when you're searching for us, make sure it's the one that says Ryan, Jared, and Joe. And you're going to be sorely disappointed if you click on
Yeah.
old Russ's.
I thought you said this shit was funny.
You're going to hear about Pete Rose's hitting record. Yeah.
You're going to hear about the 1982 season of Pete Rose.
yeah.
The whole thing. And
Yeah.
now we're moving on to August.
He does these long breaks, and he'll say something, and then there's like a 4 or 5 second break. I'm like, did I get a phone call or something? Why'd my shit stop? You know, it's weird.
Let's talk.
I'm
about
sure he's a hell
bridges.
of a guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a great.
He must not have a good audio editor.
I'm going to Russ's.
He does have a board engineer. He says, I'd like to thank Patches over here, whatever the fuck his name was, my board engineer. I'm like, you got an engineer, and it still sounds like shit.
Hey,
jeez,
we are at Silver Creek Studios.
That's right. Only the best.
Yeah.
For this, get a load of this.
Yeah, and we have security, and I bet he just walks right in.
We should add 2 exclamation points to our title instead of 1.
And a middle finger emoji or a poop emoji.
Yeah, poop emoji. Poop would be more fitting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, fuck the Cubs.
Yes.
Welcome.
Definitely.
I'm Jared.
I'm right.
This is Joe.
And get a load of this.
Happy 4th.
You waited until I hit the button.
I don't have control over it.
Shame.